will sit in little pools on top of the meat, and when you come to fry it, it's really difficult to get the caramelization even. So the last thing you do before you cook the steak is to season it. So salt, and fairly generous amount of salt in here. Freshly ground black pepper. Again, I love pepper, so I use a lot of pepper. Absolutely your choice about how much you're going to use. And there, salt. And then I just move around on the board, make sure it's nicely coated and ready to go. So check the temperature of the pan, number 7. Feels perfect. Start with a little bit of oil. Now when you put the oil into the pan, make sure you swirl it so that the oil is coating the pan. It's easy to put the oil into the pan and then put the steak down on a dry bit of the pan. In goes the steak. We have a sizzle. All is well with the world. If the pan is too cold, no sizzle, sad pan. If the pan is too hot, we're going to fill the room with smoke, angry pan. Just at the right temperature, the sound of a happy pan. Doing its business. Now, this is a proactive bit of cooking. So if you see around here, the oil's sitting around this side of the steak, it's not in here. So I'm just going to swirl this, okay, to get the oil in contact. And you hear that little sizzle now, that sort of much all the way around the outside of the steak. So every time you take a mouthful of it, you get the caramel on the outside, you get the well done meat, and then you get that contrast between the pink meat in the centre. We're going to serve this. Is it the Parmesan, John?
It is here.
A little bit of roquette, we'll just dress that with a little bit of oil and a tiny splash of the Cabernet Sauvignon vinegar in there, a little bit of seasoning, salt, turn of pepper, and the easiest way to do this is just to get a spoon and a fork, or even just a fork, just to dress the leaves round so they're coated in the oil, and vinegar and seasoning. Now, if I lift the plate up, I'm just going to lose the thyme and the garlic. It's done its business, it's flavoured the oil, it's flavoured the steak. And if I just tip this tray, you'll see there's a bit of juice that's come out of the meat as it's been resting. Don't throw that out. That's precious, really well flavoured meaty juices. That goes into the sauce in here. Now normally I wouldn't carve this, but just because I want you to see what we've got inside, I'm actually going to carve it.
Oh yeah.